Plastic. Smile Direct Club, which is a direct consumer company, means it goes straight to you, or Invisalign is a well-known brand of clear aligners that they send to a provider like a dentist or an orthodontist who then provides you with the treatment. And then you've got metal braces. Before we dig into those specific comparisons, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or if you have questions, down below, and consider subscribing to my channel so that I can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth and beautiful bites. Okay, so I wanted to dig in just a little bit because I thought this was a cool little, comparison. And I thought I could give you some might claim biased, my orthodontist opinion about these comparisons and the claims that are made. We're not gonna talk about all of the claims. So here's a picture. First claim, this video we're gonna talk about is the nighttime only option. As you can see, Smile Direct Club has checked that they have a nighttime only option, and Invisalign and metal braces don't have a nighttime only option.
Why? Why?
First off, that is kind of cool sounding. A nighttime only option, meaning if you look on their website that you only have to wear the trays 10 hours just a night, right? So if you're like really busy with your schedule and you can't afford, maybe you make lots of presentations, whether you're adult or young, and you don't want to be wearing the trays all day. This nighttime only option maybe sounds really appealing to you. So first, a little bit about tooth movement. Unfortunately, teeth need constant pressure in order to get them to move to the desired position. What that means is if you have a tooth that's crooked and you want to straighten that teeth, if you want to straighten that tooth, like, okay, well, I'm gonna push on it, maybe with some braces, maybe with some aligners, right? The plastic, I'm gonna try and straighten it. Well, if you want it to move effectively, then you have to put the pressure on and then you have to try and keep it on. All orthodontists know that when you don't keep the pressure on, then the teeth try to go back. And the reason why is because as the teeth grow in, the gums and the bone develop around those teeth. And all of these gum fibers, right, they lock into the tooth, and it's really hard to make them change without significant amount of time. Any attempts to try and twist the tooth to make it straighter, if you let it go, if you stop putting pressure on that tooth, it's just gonna try to go back. So if you apply that to a nighttime only option, then it could, one, take a really long time for you to try to get that tooth finally all the way forward. For example, let's say you get your trays for the first time, you wear it at night, and you're like, oh my gosh, my tooth is hurting, it's sore. That's normal, whether you're doing Smile Direct Club or Invisalign or metal braces, teeth have to get sore because they're moving. Doesn't matter which way you move them. You start seeing it move and you're like, hip hip hooray. Maybe you've gone through one tray and it's starting to move, you're like, oh, sweetness, sweetness. And then you stop wearing it during the day. You might notice that tooth kind of goes back a little bit. And so every night you put it back in and you're kind of trying to get it to that position. All right? It could take a really long time. Or two, as I mentioned just briefly, effectiveness. Teeth that are constantly going back and forth like this, if you keep moving through the trays. In Smile Direct Club or Invisalign, you get a series of trays. And those trays, right, are assuming when you move forward, it's assuming that that tooth now is in a different position so it can continue to move that forward. If you are moving forward through the trays and your tooth hasn't quite gotten to that position, then slowly over time, what you might notice is that the tray stops fitting around a particular tooth or multiple teeth. Those are two important things to consider. Nighttime only option. You should ask yourself the question, how much tooth movement am I trying to get? And is this going to help me get there predictably? With Invisalign and metal braces, I mean, those things are on all the time. So you really do have a nighttime option. It's just not a nighttime only option. You have to wear them all the time. With the Invisalign, you could do the same thing. If you're a provider and you decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna try and move some teeth a little bit by just wearing them at night, or maybe like part of the day and some at night. You could do that with Invisalign. Invisalign just doesn't market their product as a nighttime only. They let the dental provider and the orthodontist decide how much you need to wear your trays in order to get the movements that we want, or that you want. I hope that helps. Nighttime only option with Smile Direct Club. Is it a real thing? Yes, it is. That's the claim, but how long is it gonna take? And will it do it effectively? Question marks. Make sure you ask lots of questions, and if you have concerns, you know where to go, your local orthodontist. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, of course, down below. So consider subscribing to the channel so that you can watch all of our future comparisons. And so that I can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth and beautiful bites. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.